Hello and welcome to another episode of What is it like being a holistic practitioner in Tennessee? I'm Scott,
I'm Melinda.
and we are talking with Dr. Emily Burgess in Nashville today, a chiropractor. So thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, good morning. Melinda and Scott, it's so good to see you all and get to chat this morning. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can just dive right in. I wanted to ask first, how did you get into holistic wellness?
Well, no, I won't give you a long-winded answer. I will say though, 20 years ago, just about 20 years, I was graduating nursing school. So I started with traditional medical career with intentions of going into like becoming a nurse practitioner. But working in the ICU in the hospital, I got to experience quite a bit of real life, critical life moments with people. And I'm very grateful for that experience and that opportunity to work with so many people and great doctors and families and holding their hands through times of really difficult times. So I'm grateful for that experience. But on the other side of that, I'm also grateful that after a few years of working in the hospital setting, I dealt with my own father's passing from a sudden heart attack. And so life shifts, and I'm just thankful for that experience. And that just helped me bring me to the preventative, more proactive side of healthcare. I knew that I wanted to get deeper. I wanted to really help people understand, and I guess my own self-healing too. I had to go through some of my own health issues. And so I sought out a chiropractor for my own back pain, working as a nurse in the hospital. And then one thing led to another. And, that's kind of how it goes with holistic wellness modalities. You kind of just open up a can of worms. And the cool part is that it always ends up going back to you, like you always find the answers within you. So I really believe in the power of the healing of the body and that we just sometimes have to take our time. Sometimes we get there faster. Some of us get there a little bit slower.
Absolutely.
So, what are the main issues you help people with? What are they looking for when they're seeing you?
Yes, great question. I think a lot of people are seeking out nowadays in this present time. We're in a really great shift of more awareness, and you can label it whatever you want, but I like to call it just awareness, and that more people, instead of running away from their feelings and running away from their disorders or issues going on, more people are wanting to connect and find out like what is the root issue. So I feel like people are more open to finding out the root cause of issues. So that's where my chiropractor, holistic practitioner, really an integrative clinic really comes in for the win, I think, because we are here to help guide people back to like their homeostasis, back to their balance. So I think people obviously are looking for pain relief. The obvious answers are get me out of pain first. And that's usually that door that opens us up to recovering quickly from an acute episode of pain problems in our back or our neck. And then the really cool part is people have that like aha moment of like, wow, I've been walking around feeling stuck and, not able to move for this long. And they forgot how good it felt to feel well again. I think people are just looking for other options to pain relief.
Yeah, I've had experiences with chiropractors where they were able to solve issues for me that dermatologists weren't fixing. It was really interesting. And that gave me a lot of faith in alternative wellness. And this is going back, 10, 12, 14 years, but that was kind of the beginning. So, all right. Wanted to ask about client transformation stories. Do you have any fun ones you can share? Like, what was it like for somebody before they worked with you? What happened during? And then what was it like after?
Absolutely. I have a few, but of course, for me, it's always like, let's stick to like a few stories here. All the time I'll see people that our clinics specifically. So I've been doing this for about 12 years and, you grow into your practice and you learn different techniques and modalities and you have different tools. And sometimes the adjustment, this simple chiropractic adjustment that's removing that fixation, that interference to your nervous system, getting that joint to open up, that alone, unlocking that joint space and getting your movement back, your flexibility, range of motion, that alone can just make people feel like, okay, I'm online again. I'm back. My brain and body is communicating. So I'll have a lot of people that sometimes just need to come in, and I'll have people that are like, well, I've been to this other chiropractor down the street and this happened to us here. Like I saw a woman who was probably under care for a year with another chiropractor. And then she came to us and started using decompression for a herniated disc issue in her low back. And so after a few research, we say about 22 to 24 sessions heals a disc non-invasively without surgery. And so after she went through that protocol, she healed her disc. disc and had some adjustments in between that too. And so she, was able to heal that issue without having to go further into having surgery. So sometimes it's about finding the right fit, right chiropractor, because you can go to another one down the street who might just adjust, but sometimes we do need some deeper therapies like decompression to, get down to the deeper issues of disc problems. But one of my favorite, I cannot forget to tell you about this story of, she's actually a friend of mine, so that was even better. But I love to help everybody, but when you know the person, it just makes that story much sweeter. So I was helping my friend and patient throughout her pregnancy. Everything went well, was coming in for just, wellness, pregnancy care to make sure she had babies earlier in life when she was in her teens, and then she had a baby in her mid-30s. So that pregnancy time during your mid-30s is different. And her body was just kind of adjusting to that change. Well, everything went well. She delivered baby a week after, developed Bell's palsy, just, out of the blue. And she called me immediately and we got to work. So right when I found that out, we started adjusting, started using class 4 laser, infrared light therapy, and stem pod. So that is just one of the tools that we have here at this clinic that I had not been exposed to. But gratefully, she met me and had me in her life and was able to come in when we had this tool. So I say all of that because Bell's palsy can be very, uncertain. It can be from 6 months to a year. And so most people, she experienced paralyzed on one side of her face, and she just woke up like freaked out. And so we started under care about 3 to 4 times a week, and she recovered within 30 days or less. It was probably like 28 days. But yeah, so I'd never seen it recover that quickly. I get so excited about that story. So I fumble on my words about it because thinking about it now, I ran into her like in December and she's like, I forgot about it, because I was asking how she was doing. I'm looking at the symmetry of her muscles in her face and watching her smile, because I remember when one side was not, smiling. And so anyway, she's happy. Her baby's almost a year old now and she's doing really well. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is. What advice would you have for someone seeking alternative or holistic solutions for wellness?
The biggest thing that I can give my 2 cents in is about curiosity. That's kind of what opened the door for me when I had my own back pain. And, you're coming from a background telling you the medical side, it's like, don't go to a chiropractor, because once you go to the chiropractor, you got to keep going, and I was ignorant. I didn't understand the process, their philosophy as to why you would get adjusted. And so stay curious. One thing might work for one person, or one chiropractor or doctor might work for another. So you just have to stay open to listening to your gut, your intuition. If something feels off in your body, look into that. There's the research side of it, of course, and it's so great with social media. We have so much more holistic practitioners at our fingertips now in the area. So that's amazing. And you guys are doing a great job at being able to create that platform so more people can have access and it's easily accessible. And I just love this because we're able to kind of get to know the different individuals that are doing their niche, doing their thing. And so that's the way I look at it. Stay curious and listen to your body. And, most people are running away from their pain. They want to kind of just let it stay below the surface. But once you do meet yourself, once you are ready, and that's all I'm here. I'm just a guide. I'm here to just hold people's hand through those times of the good times and the bad times and trusting their body. One thing I will have to say, and thinking about talking with you guys, is the belief, it's all true. The power is within ourselves. Like the greatest physician is in our body. And so listen to your gut and keep asking questions and meet a practitioner that listens to you and that is thorough. And then they can know where they can help you, because you will start to reveal to them and yourself what you need.
Well said.
Really nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, this has been amazing. Thank you for all of your knowledge. And I'm sure we're going to want more at some point too, but where can people find you? What's the best way for them to get in touch?
So social media is great. I try to stay active. I'm Rhythm Chiro. My handle's Rhythm Chiro on there. And I'm in a unique situation where I get to be in an office. Brain and Spine Wellness is our umbrella office. That's with another chiropractor who does functional neurology. Love her. She's very brilliant. And I'm just happy that we get to combine our forces and our skills together and help a lot of people in different situations. So Brain and Spine Wellness Center.com or Rhythm Chiropractic. And yeah, we're open. I forgot to mention earlier that I do see all ages. So, starting from birth till, up to like 90, however long our heart is still pumping and our body's still moving, like our nervous system can always use the support. So
Nice.
Thank you so much again for joining us, and we'll have this out circulated soon. So we'll see y'all on the next one.
Okay, thank you.